Let's go! Woohoo!
Oh, it looks blank. Have I done something wrong? Because
Yeah, I'm not.
YouTube says I'm streaming, but I don't. Oh, it started now. Greetings, denizens of the internet. You can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome to my 20th riveting Monster Sanctuary stream. In the last episode, I tried to beat the same boss over and over again and failed miserably at it. So in this episode, I'm gonna go do some side quests first of all, to kind of grind, and then see if I'll be able to confront the boss. I also made a lot of changes to my team. I forgot the controls. Yeah, I think I'm gonna
The controls.
replace Mr. Electric with Polteroffen just because it's got. Yeah, and I also might replace Nazina with something else because
Why is there a sexy lizard?
Oh, it's Geico, unless you're talking about something else. Preferably something that isn't weak to Earth. Maybe I'll just bring Draconov back. So go, like, as Mario says.
Let's go! Let's go! Woohoo!
I remember
They should have hired me to play Mario.
That they heard Mario as saying Mexico.
Mexico! Woohoo!
Also, fun fact, as far as I know, he only says
God, that
in 2 games, not counting remakes. One of them is Super Mario 64, and the other one is New Super Mario Bros. When you open the get DS from sleep mode. Anyway, let's do the Keep a Night challenge. Oh, I'm over leveled for this. That's kind of good then. And none of the starting monsters has is an Earth type attack, so that's good. I like how these first 3 monsters are all purple.
Purple.
Oh gosh.
But why it purple?
Isn't there this bit in SpongeBob where Patrick Star says, I like being purple, or something like I like being purple, something like that. I can't do his voice, you know what I mean. Because I remember seeing
I don't watch SpongeBob, so I couldn't tell you. I have never watched SpongeBob in my life.
I haven't watched it in years. YouTube kind of destroyed my nostalgia for it.
Yeah. I wasn't a Nickelodeon kid. I grew up on Cartoon Network and Disney Channel.
I watched a lot of channels. CBBC, CITV, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, Disney XD. Probably more that I've forgotten. Oh yeah, and Channel 4. Like they have the milkshake block, which has a bunch of baby shows on it.
Isn't Channel 4 a news channel?
Well, it probably has news on it, but it's not just news, I think.
I see. I see.
It's like how in the UK almost every radio station has news on it, even if it's not about news. Because it's a public service or something.
Interesting.
And I got 3 craft boxes. Let's see what's in them. Gem and copper. Actual gem, I definitely need a lot of those because I was using a lot of upgrades. Blue gem and cotton. Let's see if I can actually do the next level up or if that's going to be a colossally stupid idea. A champion challenge. Oh, these monsters are all about level 35, which is roughly the level that this team is at. So, let's do this. That is a lot more damage than I expected.
Damn.
I'm going to focus on taking out.
That is, wow, okay, that is doing a lot more damage.
She's got so much shields. Is that good? Grammar is so many shields. I don't know. Grammar is hard.
Grammar is hard. I agree.
Plus the damage the statuses is the Promethean, or debuffs, not statuses. Oh god, give me the Pokemon.
Debuff status, same thing.
When I say it's status instead of status, because there's something called a reader's accent, where you read a word and then assume that's how it's pronounced, and then you get confused when someone actually hear out loud for the first time.
I'm sorry, is it not, wait, it's not pronounced status?
I think it's a regional thing.
Yeah, that might be a regional thing. Because everyone I've ever met has pronounced it status.
I think it's supposed to be the American pronunciation.
Yeah. You know, that actually reminds me of something I never really got, which is why is it that in the UK you call the pharmacist a chemist? Like it does make sense because they do sell chemicals, but pharmacist gets more specific because it sells pharmaceuticals specifically.
Some people call pharmacists chemists, but I just as often hear people call them pharmacists. So
of course, you could also just split the difference and call it a drugstore. Which is also correct. Although that one feels like a very American thing.
yeah, because like don't drugstores sell like groceries as well?
Yeah.
Am I mistaken?
Yeah, no, they sell groceries, various they got like entire aisles of candy for some reason. Nothing like unhealthy food to juxtapose with your medicine.
Oh, yeah, there was like in the UK, in supermarkets they used to sell sweets by the counter, but they changed it because of some government mandate. I don't know if it's technically.
They still do that in the US.
I mean, now they just sell like cereal bars instead.
Yeah, they still do that in the US. You can just pick up candy right by the counter. In the... Okay, Sizzle Knight is just a guy. That's just a guy.
Oh no, it's an animated suit of
Just a
armor.
whole ass man.
And it looks like a Dark Souls character, I think. I don't know how. I know the Sizzle Knight's whole lore is that it praises the sun, which is apparently a Dark Souls reference, but I've never actually played it.
Yeah, I've never played Dark Souls, but that does sound about right. Kind of like, kind of vaguely Knight Templar-ish. It's the Black Knight. 'Tis but a scratch. But yeah, that's just a whole ass man. Which, you know, I'm a Pokemon fan. I shouldn't be judging, but
This is not Digimon.
Like,
yeah. But still, again,
Digimon is just...
honestly, like, it just feels a bit weird to have, like, be able to, like, command very human-like monsters. It just feels a bit weird, uncanny. Also, we can't do anything about this yet. But I'm gonna go to the the upgrade place next. Okay. Now I'm gonna take them on again. I think it's the Santies and Chimes. They're the yellow and green ones. I forgot what green is called. Am I okay? Also, what's annoying is, as I've said before, the teleport stone gem at the end for the abandoned tower is really high up.
Is that a good thing?
No, because it means it's hard to backtrack there.
Ah.
I'm gonna do some more grinding against these enemies. Not to be confused with enemies. I pronounced it wrong, it's a joke.
Let's see, we've got Death from Castlevania, a chicken of some sort, and a sexy dragon lady.
It's supposed to be a fox, but whatever.
Oh, right. No, now I remember. Sorry, that is a fox. I fucking thought she was a dragon for some reason. My point stands.
Dragon wings, or at least
It's the wings. Yeah.
And horns.
It's the wings, and because of the pixel art style, like the snout kind of vaguely could be misinterpreted as a lizard head. But the tail is like, that's a fox tail.
Yeah, and it's
I don't know how I forgot. It's the monster in the game made specifically for me.
It looks like a cross between it's basically a cross between a kitsune and a succubus.
That tracks.
Oh gosh, that was a lot. Oh, and I've got a Raduga egg. I don't think I have a Raduga yet. That's the chicken one. Should I call it chicken?
You know what? Yes, let's call it chicken. Because it's funny.
It has the elemental shift like the Tanuki does. I kind of like using it because it's got all 4 elements of attack. It's got attacks from all 4 elements. I'm not sure if I'll use it in this playthrough, but who knows?
Time will tell.
They're an all single target. I just like filling in the
Who can
movesets,
say?
partly
Time will tell.
Because just in case, and partly because it's satisfying.
Fun.
Oh, I just noticed two of my monsters have skill points that need spending.
Then the skill points.
Why were you talking in a German accent?
I don't know why. No, I have no idea. Honest to God, I don't know why
Or at least
I did that.
a
That's
villain accent. I don't know if it's specifically German. That was just the first thing that came to mind.
vaguely German, I guess. I don't know. That just came out of
say
me.
that
I don't know
with
what the heck
James
was
Bond
that.
movie. I mean, I've seen bits of like Casino Royale because someone else in the room was watching it, but I don't think that counts.
I've never seen a James Bond movie.
Unless you count Cars 2 as a James Bond movie.
I agree. Cars 2 is the best James. I've also never seen Cars 2.
It's very weird. I'll say that much. I think we've talked about this before, actually.
Oh, I've heard. I've heard it's weird. It's They went, hey, remember this movie about a racer guy learning how not to be a jackass? It's a spy movie about the tow truck now.
Just to write you this one video I saw people react to Cars 2, and someone says that the reason they made a sequel to Cars is because John Lasseter took all the drugs. I just thought that was funny. Like Gaming Magic 13 and his friends.
God. Cars. Why are they cars?
Honestly, this point, just like criticizing Cars kind of feels like scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, everyone knows it doesn't really make sense. In fact,
Yeah, no, it's like it's...
defended Cars' world building, well, specifically the first movies, when he reviewed the all three Cars movies.
And in the first movie, it's like they do kind of put some effort into be like, okay, here's how cars would live. Because they wouldn't live like humans.
I think Cars 2 is just an acid trip. Okay, that's a bit much.
It's like...
It's more like
it's like how in Zootopia, it's like, you know, how would
furries.
society adjust for all the different animals?
Also, did he have anything about Zootopia 2 other than just, like, the fact that it will exist yet?
There's gonna be a Zootopia 2?
Yeah. Like, there was a Disney conference a while ago, but literally the only part of, until, like, I saw a video about it, the only part of it I heard of was the Toy Story 5 teaser image, where Bonnie has an iPad.
Toy Story 5 too? Jeez, we do... I can't believe... We don't need these. Please, God, we don't need more sequels.
I'm guessing it's partly because, like, Pixar's not been, like, original movies didn't do very well for a while, so they're just, I think, sequels are a safety net. Like, I don't know if Elemental flopped or not. I've heard conflicting information about it.
Yeah, I heard it flopped. That's just what I've heard on my end, though. I could be wrong. Who knows?
I've heard people say, like, the same about, or maybe I'm confusing it with Ruby Gillman.
But, like, I can't... It's hard to tell when people say flopped if they mean it flopped or they personally didn't like it, so they believe it flopped because they think nobody could like it. I've heard it was I've never seen it. I've not seen most modern Pixar or Disney
movies. I haven't
movies.
seen many modern Pixar movies either. I had this big Pixar phase in like 2016 or so, and then I got bored eventually. It just happens. Not because of I didn't like Pixar movies, although I did see Inside Out 2 a few months ago. Oh, and also since Casey
I just haven't seen like...
I just remembered since Casey reached level 40, we now have access to ultimate skills. They can only be used once every 3 turns, and they're very powerful. They don't cost skill points.
Cool. Our super secret special finisher move.
Oh, I just realised I went the wrong way.
Oh no!
Anyway, here's time to do this boss that's given me so much trouble. I'm going to try a different configuration this time.
Using my magic powers. You'll win because I'm here.
Yeah. You'll at least give me more support.
Yeah. You can do it. Good. It is kind of... It is really fun to just watch you, like, speed through this. It's, like... fucking so... it's the satisfaction of like, watching you go through the menus and then, like, just watching things hit each other.
I forgot. I also completely forgot how to scroll through menus, apparently. Because that's a multiple times I realised I decided to select Bubble Deluge. Deluge or Deluge?
I think both are acceptable. How to pronounce.
Oh my gosh, I actually got rid of it. This is actually going
Apparently
really
it's
well.
deluge. That's not how either of us pronounce it. That's the American pronunciation. I hate all of the pronunciations I'm getting, they're like, maybe it's because they're slow, but they both suck. So I'm just gonna go with deluge. Give me a bad mouthfeel.
That just sounds weird. Like when I hear mouthfeel, I picture people like in a food connoisseur.
I mean, mouthfeel is also a word used in regards to food, usually by autistic people to describe food that doesn't agree with them, with their, that has a bad texture for them. So you're not wrong.
Oh, I'm starting to worry now I might not actually win this, but I've done so well so far. Oh gosh, I lost again. An autobiography by Nitro.
Oh no!
Had to stop myself from saying my full name there.
I've reached the point where, like, my full name, like, I end up referring to myself by my internet name in my head, and I'm not sure if that's something I should be concerned about.
I don't know, I'm not a psychologist. Please do not ask me for psychological advice.
Yeah. I'm just gonna legally change my name to my online stream.
Also, why are you called Backset?
I'm going to do that. What?
Why are you called? Where does the username Backset come from?
Oh, it's an inversion of the name of one of my favorite characters. His name is Setback, so I'm Backset.
Oh, who's Setback then?
He's a superhero. His power is that he's very unlucky, hence Setback. It's fun.
Okay, my username comes from the fact that Nitro is the code name of the DS, and I like blue and purple colours like Indigo. And also they rhyme. That's now a bonus.
I learned a thing today. I learned several things today. I did not know that Nitro was the code name for the DS.
Well, now you do. And the code name for the Wii was Revolution.
And knowing is half the battle.
Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned that...
Dear Princess.
I'm trying to quote a Sonic Says segment, but I don't want to give myself to a hole, so... Today I learned that's no good.
Oh god.
My tail smokes a cigarette.
I have no idea. All I know about is the famous one, or infamous, really.
Oh gosh, I failed again. Oops, I did it again. Should I go with this?
G.I. Joe is a very American thing. Did the UK ever get
I don't know.
imports of that?
G.I. Joe was before my time, but I know for a fact that some other Hasbro shows aired from the 80s aired in the UK because my mum liked My Little Pony when she was a kid.
My Little Pony is pretty universal.
And also
Because it's like, I was just thinking, like, the whole knowing is half the battle thing comes from G.I. Joe, and I was like, do they have that in the did G.I. Joe ever come over to the UK? That seems, it's so aggressively American, I can't imagine it would.
yeah, but I just know about it because of the memes.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the only reason most people know about it these days, because it's basically a dead franchise. We're gonna have all the G.I. Joe fans in the comments getting real mad about that.
Yeah, I feel like Hasbro I might have seen G.I. Joe mentioned in some Equestria Daily article about the state of Hasbro, but I'm not really sure. I mean, there was this time where like Amazon let you self-publish fanfics for profit, and one of them, the franchises you were allowed to base fanfics you were allowed to submit was G.I. Joe things. I'm guessing that the really big companies didn't want people like get profited off fanfics of really big franchises. You know what companies like Disney are like.
Yeah, but nobody cares about G.I. Joe because I think the last important thing that big thing that happened with it was like a movie that did poorly. I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm assuming.
It seems like every video game, or actually not video game, or cartoon franchise is getting a live-action movie nowadays, and every popular book has a graphic
I mean
adaptation.
that's not a new thing.
Like yesterday, I was in a Waterstone bookstore and I saw a graphic novel version of The Handmaid's Tale, which I thought was a bit random. I mean, I read the book in high school, it didn't seem like the kind of thing people would adapt to a graphic novel. Because it's quite moody, depressing, so. I mean, it's actually, at least it's written in an interesting way that, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just an uncle why he doesn't know what
I don't know. I mean, I got distracted a bit. So what did they adapt into a graphic novel?
The Handmaid's Tale.
The Handmaid's Tale, huh? That's another one I've never read, but I've heard about it, and that is kind of weird to me.
I mean, the graphic novel's quite interesting. It has like the narration in the original book. The illustrations are quite very low. You don't have much colour in them. They're quite dull looking, but in a stylistic way rather than like the colours are quite washed out.
I mean, you know, you can do a lot. Graphic novels for like stuff like that makes sense. It can be. It can just be, you know, see the stuff in art or whatever. Or like, not all graphic novels are always dynamic. It's a Christmas miracle! Ha! Same brain cell.
No, it's September. What holidays are in September anywhere in the world? Does anyone know? I don't.
Fuck.
There's probably a saint day. There are a lot of
September
those.
holidays.
Isn't there literally a saint?
Oh right,
day?
Labor Day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Labor Day
Why
was on the 2nd, huh?
What is Labor Day? Why is
Labor Day, according to Wikipedia, is a federal holiday in the United States celebrated on the first Monday of September to honor and recognize the American labor movement and the works and contributions of laborers to development and achievements in the United States, but not by paying them better. Alright, I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, it was proposed by labor unions, as you might expect.
It's the most American thing I've ever heard. Okay, that's a bit overdramatic.
Oh.
It's just the workers' unions and I hear them, they just seem like a very American thing. I mean, it's the Screen Actors Guild American. And that's the one I know the most about because I watch videos of people talking
Yeah,
about
but
about
also,
them.
like, I mean, the UK has unions too, right?
Yeah,
Unions are important.
Yeah, I think I've read something about the one of the actors' unions the other day, but I can't remember much about it. Anyway, we finally beat this boss. What? How could this happen,
Finally.
Asantes? I have the perfect strategy. Hey, it's not my fault. I did my part perfectly. Hey, looks like we missed the action. Did you defeat both of them, Stream to Go? Okay, change the sentence. We did, but that's not important right now. We've been deceived. Over 20 years ago, Marduk took on the appearance and identity of Eric, and he used us to open the abandoned tower. The alchemists weren't waiting in the tower, they just followed us inside. Unbelievable! Marduk used our trust against us! I can't remember what voice I gave Will. Bad news! I'm still trying to process how it happened, but I also lost against Chimes. That means he's got my familiar now, too. That makes 3. That ruthless villain of a brother. I'm sorry for your loss, Julia. I know exactly how it feels. No matter, we need a new plan. Well, you and I should put these 2 alchemists away again. Once we've done that, we'll come back here as fast as possible. Sounds good. Let's go. Oh gosh, how many voices. And I will scout ahead again. It's not like I have much else to lose now anyway, except your life and your finances and your hat. Don't worry, I know we will all get our spectral familiars back. The alchemists don't have anywhere to run now. She's right. All we can do now is to follow this path to the top of the tower because I can grammar. no doubt we'll have to face Chimes along the way as well. So the yellow guy wasn't Chimes then. Like, was it Valalar? I think it was. Don't worry about me. I know that you're a remarkable monster keeper. Our journey together has shown me that. If there's anyone who can defeat him, it's you. So do you have anything to say, Backset? Hello? Quiet.
Not really. I had a vaguely sarcastic comment in mind about how, what's her name? Her entire character is just girl, but like.
Oh, Julia.
Yeah. I mean, it is. She's the girl character, you know? She's the token girl character. Except for the protagonist, but the protagonist doesn't have any, personality, so.
Yeah. And Julia, well, she's the girl. You just reminded me of that scene in Power Rangers RPM. Where, like, one of the villains is talking to the Blue Ranger about how he doesn't seem to really fit into a stereotypical role on the team, and then he just says, I'm Scottish! I can't do his voice.
I'm Scottish. Or I'm Scottish.
Power Rangers RPM is very funny, and I'm still mad that Hasbro took it off Netflix within a year of buying Power Rangers. Hasbro are not good at releasing stuff in the UK, like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which in the last few seasons only aired on a baby channel, even though it's not really for babies. And it and also for some reason I can't get Ignite. Oh, there you go. I couldn't find that properly with the play gig. And then said channel was restricted to cities, which I don't live in. I made a video complaining about it years ago. Of course, now Generation 5 is on Netflix, but then I've also complained about the comics disappearing off Kindle with no explanation, so. Yeah.
That's corporations for you.
Defeated those two alchemists 2-on-1, didn't you? Well, I had monsters, so it doesn't really count. Wow! I can still remember seeing you stroll into the Keeper's stronghold with your very first monster in tow. Haha! Gosh, why is that voice getting more annoying? Huh? You look confused, perhaps because I seem so upbeat despite what happened to my familiar? To be honest, more than anything, I'm disturbed by that Chimes guy himself. Behind his mask, I could sense a sad, pitiful person. I can understand how he feels, wanting to be a spectral keeper himself, but his victory is nothing but a sham, and he knows it, too. Don't let your guard down, though, neither against him nor that other alchemist, Zosimos. I'll let you take the lead of this squad. Use all you've learned as a monster keeper to beat them. Oh yeah, I think Zosimos is coming up. And if you
that doesn't explain why you're so cheery at all.
And I'll swoop in and save the day.
It's like a non sequitur.
Yeah. But I honestly forgot.
She's like, I bet you're wondering why I'm so cheery. Anyway.
Oh no, anyway. I thought what Zosimos was. I forgot that Zosimos was coming up. I just thought I'd have to do the final boss in this video. In this stream. Sorry. Words. English is hard again. Zosimos.
Nobody is worse at English than native English speakers.
I knew you'd get here eventually. I was looking forward to meeting you again. Your determination and skill could have made you an alchemist without equal. A shame that we are on opposite sides. A shame indeed. You would never have made a formidable monster keeper yourself. Oh! Perhaps, but no matter the aptitude or the effort, a life lived without real purpose is worthless. Oh god, why is he turning annoying again? All the Sanctuary can ever offer is an empty purpose, as all the people of the Sanctuary live only to perpetuate the Sanctuary itself. The same can be said of the alchemists of your order, serving only to perpetuate the order's existence. That's where you're wrong. If we only want to perpetuate our order, all we'd have to do is kneel and accept to be the prisoners of this Sanctuary. What we seek is more than that, a return to the way the world was, as well as a refusal to be pushed aside with no right to decide over our fates. You were never forced to stay in Sanctuary. You could leave, set out into the old world and do whatever you like. I did travel the old world for a time. The life that it offered to me was perhaps even more shallow than the life I lived as a monster keeper. There's nothing we can say to make you change your mind, is there? No, there isn't. Ready yourself, Spectral Keeper. We need your Spectral Familiar. Too bad I have plot armor. So the first monsters.
So remind me what their plan is again?
They want to take over. Well,
I'm still kind of confused as to what they're trying to do.
Until the end, but basically they're trying to take over the sanctuary because they can, I guess. I don't know.
Huh.
Anything else to say over this battle? Of the fact I'm not doing very well. Maybe I haven't got one so far, which is okay. Maybe I'm not doing that great, but I can try. Maybe I'll turn this around.
Maybe you can. You can do it. Is that a Metroid?
No, it's an elder gel with jellyfish who can die. It was a boss earlier. Were you not in the video where I did that?
Like, I may not have been there.
It was a champion at the end of the Horizon Beach, to be specific.
Yeah. Jellyfish. Bloosh. Explosions.
Okay, yeah, this really hasn't gone well, is it? That's it. It's gone so poorly that I forgot how to speak English.
That's okay. I can't speak English well either. Even when things are going well for me.
I had to forfeit that, but now I'm just remembering a running gag in Tess's Tessellating Hexagons is Pokemon Sword live stream where like wherever like it's in a cutscene and the camera just focuses on the player's face, he just says, "I don't speak English." Okay, first of all, I'm going to send out some special attacking monsters first this time, and also some healing. Gotta get things ready for the big day. Why am I singing that?
That sounds
Yeah,
familiar.
it's from Don't Look Me, I'm Scared, the series, specifically from episode 2. Where
Oh wow, I was ready to say okay, that's that. I was ready to assume that was from My Little Pony, because it kind of sounds like it. But I mean that makes sense because the entire point of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is that it's like meant to be sort of a. It looks like a kid's show, but it's actually super dark. I've never watched that either because that's just not my jam, you know.
Okay.
I like it when things are sincere and say what they mean.
Oh look, that's sincere speaking, which highlighted this common criticism of Marvel movies that like a lot of it is just the characters complaining about how it doesn't really make sense instead of just like embracing what it's about, but they're all going off second-hand accounts and that's not like seeing them. Well, like we were watching a bit of Iron Man and I got really bored when I was like 10.
I mean, they're not wrong, but also I'm a filthy enabler who will watch anything if you stamp something I like on it. So, you know, like how I bought Pokemon games even though they're bad. I specifically said I'm not going to buy the DLC, and then I did.
No. Well, I got my copy of Pokemon Shield second hand, so I didn't give Game Freak money for that, but I just got the DLC anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, I usually ask for Pokemon stuff for Christmas or my birthday. Like, not necessarily so I don't have to give Game Freak money, because they're still going to get money out of it, but just so that I can spend the money I have on things that are more worthwhile.
The blue one. I might swap the Red Draco off out for Geico. Let's see. Same story. Oh gosh, I'm just bursting into song a lot today. That was the same old story from Cassette Beasts. Please play Cassette Beasts. Not just you, just anyone watching this.
Everybody who's watching.
I mean, I say that I've bought a lot of games and just not played them. So, it's like buying books and not reading them, which I try not to do anymore.
I haven't read a book in so long. I feel bad about it because I don't want to be one of those guys who like used to read a lot and now doesn't. Like I want to be the kind of person who reads a lot.
When I wake up, I know who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be the guy who reads a lot of books. I don't know. Oh gosh, this is just turning into the musical hour, isn't it? You've proven your fighting spirit once again. I cannot fathom where you got the energy to defend the sanctuary so passionately. As much as you believe
Monster
in the
Sanctuary musical episode.
A place in the old world. Oh gosh, it reminds me of Fabulous Fish's Tomodachi Life Let's Play where he does a musical episode. Anyway, our belief in the Monster Sanctuary is greater. I can see that. How pitiful. Never mind. Evidently, I can't stop you from proceeding, so you may pass. Let's see. Also
Our belief in this sort of a prison when you think about it. I realize the alchemists are supposed to be the bad guys, but like if I was cooped up in one location for so long, I'd also go insane.
Oh gosh, I need a monster that can fly to get up here. Now the lower path leads directly to the final boss, so I think I'm going to go up here first. Oh, do I have a monster that can activate ice orbs? Yes, I do. Cestius 5, I think. Yeah, that's definitely an upgrade.
Wahoo!
Fight some enemies, get that tasty experience. Why did I say that? It sounds weird. Don't worry, I've been feeling tired today as well.
Why is one of the Sitsunes pink?
Because it's the light shifted version.
Oh. Also, fuck, that certainly is a name. They literally just smashed Succubus and Kitsune together. That's kinda...
I mean, it's more original than most of the monster names. Like
yeah.
Rocky or Blob.
I give a pass to Blob because that's just, they're funny little guys. And it's like they are supposed to be like RPG monsters and monsters from mythology instead of like...
All the original ones. I mean, I know there's nothing new under the sun, but you know what I mean. Not
and
like,
but they're like...
But not like
yeah, it's not a...
No.
Yeah.
I've also got to wonder how trademarks work, because Hasbro had like all trademarks, all the names they give My Little Ponies, and like but like a lot of Generation 1 ponies especially, their names are just very common words like Minty or
yeah, but it's all context based. Like if you if you made like your own pony show, you can't name a character Minty Fresh because that's the name of a pony in My Little Pony. Like that's it's context based.
Yeah. It's like how
It's like
apparently titles can't be copyrighted, but they can be trademarked. Do know that I am not an expert on copyright law. I don't think many people are. Just like I don't think many.
I mean,
people
copyright and trademark are two different things.
Yeah.
So
It's like how
I'm not an expert either. I have a vague knowledge. I believe copyright is for concepts and stories.
trademark is for names. I don't know if there's something up there or not.
Probably. I may be that this may be incorrect. Yeah.
There isn't anything up there. Well, the final boss is a bit further away than I thought. I think I'm going to end the stream before I get to the boss, though, just so I can save that for the next video, because it might take a while.
Difference between trademark and copyright. Copyrights protect creative works, and trademarks apply to brand names, phrases, and logos. That makes sense. So yeah, copyrights are like stories and musicals and art, and trademarks are like, you know, the name Disney and the logo for Disney.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, I want to say that copyright expires but trademarks don't, but then Hasbro, a lot of Hasbro's Mario Party Generation 1 name trademarks expired, so...
Yeah, no, they both expire. It would be kind of stupid if they didn't expire. I'm of two minds about trademarks and copyright, because like on one hand, there is a certain element of like draconianism to them, but on the other hand, well, actually no, I'd be more in favor of them if it was more common for creators to own their own work, own the trademark on their own work instead of corporations. Because like I don't really want people stealing my shit and making money off of it.
In either direction, both by like corporations or just random people in the street. Also, I got a donation. So,
I mean, really. I mean, mostly I definitely want to make money off of it because I want to live and eat and survive. I live in a capitalist world. I have to play by the rules.
Gosh,
I love Darnation's design. It's very cool. Darnation is
it was
cool.
Another fan-made monster. One with the manticore. Those are the more like trademark-looking ones. That's what I'm gonna call them.
Yeah, like the fan-made monsters are cooler designs, and it's just like, you know, that's I'm not trying to be mean to the creators. They know what they've made more video games than me.
Although my favourite monster
It's like
wasn't designed by a Kickstarter backer, as far as I know. But I'll cross that.
I do love the I do love Polteruffen. I love and.
It's a very funny concept. What if you
it's like...
or is it no, not yoga? It's basically a Sukumagami. I might have talked about this before. In Japanese mythology, there are objects that, if they've served for 100 years, they come to life, basically.
Good for them. I wish I could come to life.
Are you a zombie?
I've been an inanimate. I've been just a voice in your head this entire time. Ooh, I'm not really here.
Oh gosh, it reminds me of like the song "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence. And one that goes, "Wake me up inside." Oh, I've got 5 stars on that. That's good.
I was about to say it's like The Sixth Sense, but the plot twist of The Sixth Sense is
The guy's
actually,
ghost.
yeah. You know, I was gonna like, no, everybody knows this.
And Darth Vader is Luke's father. I can sense a presence.
Yeah, Darth Vader is Luke's father. Dumbledore dies.
Your pet's got a good nose. Ha 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 ha. I can sense the other familiars, and I can sense that their false clouded as if they have been numbed. You've taken away their
I love
free will.
Chimes' mask. It looks so stupid. It's like some sort of. It looks kind of like the troll face.
Well, I want to say it looks like a clown. Kind of makes you Joker from Klonoa. Can't have them running away, can we? Don't have to run them fair and square. That's disgusting. We're not prizes for you to win. You don't deserve to own us just because you defeated our keepers. The keepers of old must have fought differently then. What are you talking about? The first monster keepers are the ones who created this magic, allowing one to keep over another's monster for a keeper duel. I just revived an old tradition is all. Combined with some alchemy, of course, to be able to mask my bloodline and steal the familiars of the other families. I can't even remember anything about this tradition, so it must have been abolished several centuries ago. Pah! Typical of you to act so high and mighty, just like all the monster keepers. Aren't you a monster keeper too, technically? This mask that you call civilization is nothing but a tool for the weak to take what belongs to the strong. Also, I see he's capitalist. Just as I was robbed of the spectral familiar that I deserved, what I did was simply to set the record straight. What you did was not rightful, neither in the eyes of the monster keepers nor in the eyes of morality. You will use any argument to vilify me because you fear not only me but also that which I represent. What you represent is truly monstrous and barbaric, and thus saying a lot because I'm a monster. I can't stand hearing it any longer.
This has been going on for a bit. Neither of you are making any progress. Just fucking fight each other already.
Yeah, you've taken words out of my mouth. Time to add another familiar to my collection. Ha 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 ha. It's like when you see people arguing in circles on a forum. That happens a lot on space battles.
Yeah, this is just like two people arguing politics and fucking like space battles. Yeah. Spectral eagle, just specter. That's just a skeleton. Did you kill a man?
Oh yeah, that's the champion monster, but I don't know if I've actually encountered it. I don't think I have, but yeah, it's a skeleton.
Also an elephant and plasma wisp from Kirby.
This is not an elephant, it's a sycophantom, which is actually a clever name. Because it's got it's a portmanteau. There are 3 words, even though it looks like 2. Sycophant, elephant.
God, yeah, that is clever.
Sycophantom owl.
That is clever. I like that.
Along with insert. I can't think of any other Zelda games that you could insert the monster in this game. So.
I like how his entire team is like, even the ones that aren't specifically stolen spectral monsters are like spectral, spirit based. Yeah, like that's good theming.
So that's a good observation.
No, that's good theming. I like that.
Also, he has a ridiculous amount of shields.
It kind of seems like most of the difficulty just comes from like giving monsters a lot of shields.
Yeah, I mean, I can get my own shields too. I don't remember which monster has the. Oh, yeah, I think it might be the water oven, which has the passive that like gives it shield whenever enemies take burn damage. And look at the owl. Stolby hasn't taken any damage this whole time. Well, not probably has, but it's got full health now. It's not being targeted. Oh look, I did 2 in 1. Now we've got the frog and the lion. I said the lion guy.
Well, you know, of course it's not the wolf. The wolf is not a lion. It's liont.
Yeah, I forgot I called it that. I mean, to be fair, what is a
We've
lion?
come
It's not a
full
cat
circle.
trying to be a wolf.
God damn. That's gonna make somebody mad. How dare you?
Oh yeah, the toad has a passive where it takes damage. It sometimes takes damage on behalf of its allies. That's annoying. I think it's called taunt or something like that. Not to use a taunt for Pokemon or to at least, which stop the opponent from using non-damaging skills, techniques, charges, whatever. Honestly, I'm surprised Temtem doesn't have a move like that. But again, I don't think nothing in Temtem actually blocks a Tem from using a specific move. I think that might have been intentional because like Temtem's support was a bit unfair. Temtem is all about the battles not having any random elements in them.
Huh. How do they avoid that?
Well, then there's no critical hits, and every attack that has defects always causes those other defects.
Huh. Interesting. That vaguely gives like the same vibes as like the people who are like, you know, no items in Smash Bros because they don't like it when there's randomness in their fighting games.
But I don't like it when people complain about randomness in Animal Crossing because that's a sort of game. Like it's a simulation game, so the whole point of randomness is to make it more interesting. People just want to micromanage everything in Animal Crossing, even though the control system isn't really designed for that. Oh gosh, I got a level up.
If you want to micromanage things, play a different game.
Haha, you broke the winning streak, you blob, you crumlicker. That's a funny one. I mean, yeah, it's just even a lot of people who like New Horizons complain that you can't micromanage everything, so it's not to be being like, oh, kids these days. Even though I'm only 22.
Kids these days don't know how to play Animal Crossing correctly.
The other familiar, I think I've had this run in this series before. The other familiars, those sparks hovering in the air, I can sense their essence. I know this because I can see them. Oh, I guess I have to give those back now. Or do I? Bye, Felicia.
Or do I?
What happened? They left for the room above us. Ha 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 ha! Did you really think we'd risk losing the familiars at this point? Right as the master is about to seize control? What is this, Doctor Who? If you don't have any decency left, if you have any decency left in your bones, I command you to tell us what just happened. Oh, why don't you just go to the next room and see for yourself? I've stolen enough of your time already. Ha 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 ha. Let's go. I'm certain something is very wrong. Something very wrong is taking place here. Ha 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 ha.
No shit.
The master is waiting for you. So in the next episode of this series, I shall be confronting the final boss. But for now, I'm gonna first of all use up these skill points. Before I just forget. But for now, thank you for watching this stream, and the next one will be a Sunday at 4 PM BST next week, hopefully. And until then, stay interesting.